The eighth edition of annual Indian Navy Sri Lankan Navy bilateral maritime exercise SLINEX 20 is scheduled off Trincomalee in Sri Lanka from 19th through 21st of October 2020. This exercise aims to enhance interoperability, improve mutual understanding, and exchange best practices and procedures for multifaceted maritime operations between both the navies. In addition, it will also showcase the capabilities of our indigenously constructed naval ships and aircraft. Surface and anti-air exercises including weapon firing, seamanship evolutions, maneuvers and cross-deck flying operations are planned during the exercise, which will further enhance the high degree of interoperability already established between the two friendly navies. Today is the second day of this particular exercise. Hello everyone and welcome back to another most important and interesting session of the defense updates provided by SSB Crack Exams. I am Hemant and I welcome you all for this particular important session which is conducted of the 20th of October 2020. So this is a very important updates and today we will cover most important issues. And before beginning, as I always introduced you that SSB Crack Exams is India's largest most preferred online defense exams preparation portal. If in case you are preparing for various defense examinations like NDA, CDS, AFCAT, INET, Territorial Army, Central Armed Police Forces examinations, I highly recommend you to download our Android app and start off with your preparation for these examinations. I also request you to follow us on all sort of social media platforms so that you will always stay safe and always be assured with the upcoming important defense related issues and updates that will be very helpful for your exam preparation. Beginning with the question of the day that I have posted on 17th of October 2020 in the monthly defense current affairs session. I also believe that you have already gone through our monthly defense affairs section already provided by us and it is already live. It is around 1 hour most important interesting session. Around 25 important updates were provided. So I hope and I wish that you have already gone through. If in case you have not gone through that particular important episode, please go through that. So beginning with the question of the day that I have given on that day, in that particular session was Kartavyam Anvatma is the motto of which regiment of Indian Army? So the correct answer as each and every one of you has given, it is the Dogra regiment. Okay, so Dogra regiment is considered to be one of the highly decorated infantry regiments of the Indian Army. Okay, among most of the other infantry regiments which include the Maratha Light Infantry Regiment, the Sikh Light Infantry Regiment, Sikh Regiment, Dogra Regiment, Rajputana Rifles, Rajput Regiment. So there are many other important regiments, infantry related regiments in the Indian Army. Among all of them, Dogra Regiment is considered to be one of the most special one and one of the highly decorated and respected regiments. Okay, so this regiment is in Himachal Pradesh and it takes its troops from the people of the states of Himachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir and the hilly districts of Punjab. Okay, only those soldiers will be recruited into the Dogra regiment which hail from the hilly regions of Punjab, Himachal Pradesh and Jammu and Kashmir. The current commander of this particular regiment is Lieutenant General J.S. Nain and this regiment carries its mascot as a tiger. Okay, as mentioned here, it carries a tiger as its mascot. The nickname given to this particular regiment people is known as the Gentleman Warriors because these regiment people are considered to be very smooth, agile and even though they express a lot of important patriotism, bravery and strength in their activities, still then they are considered to be very soft spoken, sweet in their attitude and all, and that carries their nickname as the Gentleman Warriors. The war cry of Dogra regiment is Jwala Mata Ki Jai, which can be translated to English as victory to goddess Jwala, and they carry their regimental center at Faizabad, which is in Uttar Pradesh. This regiment is active from the year of 1877. That is it. Going through with the first and foremost important defense update is that India has successfully test fired the standoff anti-tank missile off the coast of Odisha. This is conducted on 19th of October 2020. That is yesterday, and this is considered to be very important update for us. Okay, why is this a very important one? This is successfully test fired. This is a standoff anti-tank missile. Okay, also short form as SANT or Sant. Okay, this is an upgraded Nag missile. Okay, so Sant missile is an upgraded Nag missile and this is also launched by the helicopter launched Nag Helena missile. It is equipped with an advanced node mounted seeker. Okay, and it is developed by the Defense Research and Development Organization. It is developed for the Indian Air Force and for the surface to air missile boats of both lock on after launch and lock on before launch capabilities. Okay, so this particular missile carries both the important capabilities. Generally a missile carries only one of these, which include the lock on after launch. That means after it gets launched, then it starts locking towards its target and then it moves. Another case is about that once the target is locked, after that then it launches. So but this particular missile carries both the capabilities and it boasts both of them, and this missile has a range of around 12 kilometers, which can be said as 12,000 meters. This is the 12th missile test India has conducted in the last 45 days. Okay, so that is how DRDO is working for the upliftment and the development for our nation. This regarding the recent Chinese standoff between both India and China at the Ladakh. All of these missile tests will give a very clear demonstration towards China that India is not less and India is very well good enough in its defense affairs. Going through one day back regarding this particular missile, the BrahMos supersonic cruise missile was successfully test fired from INS Chennai. Okay, so one day before this particular Sant missile, that is day before yesterday. So one day before the Sant missile, day before yesterday, BrahMos missile was launched. And where was it launched? It was launched in the Arabian Sea, and it tracked and it killed a target which is located in the Arabian Sea with pinpoint accuracy after performing very high level and extremely complex maneuvers. BrahMos is our strike weapon, the primary strike weapon. It will ensure the warship's invincibility by engaging naval surface targets. Now, why is this very important? This is for the first time that INS Chennai is demonstrating this exercise. This clearly indicates how Indian Navy is developing all of its warships and boats, and how is it upgrading the naval assets and the capabilities. So this will increase our warship's invincibility by engaging naval surface targets at long ranges, thus making the destroyer another lethal platform of Indian Navy. Also, to get in detail regarding this particular important missile that we have to consider is that BrahMos is a very important missile. It is a supersonic cruise missile. It was successfully test fired and this missile hit the target. It will ensure the warship's invincibility. The highly versatile BrahMos has been jointly designed, developed and produced by both India and Russia. Going through with the next important update is about that the Indian Navy and Sri Lankan Navy bilateral maritime exercise Slynex 20, which is being done at Trincomalee even now. It has started off from 19th to 21st of October 2020. It will be conducted. That means it has begun yesterday and today is the second day that it is being conducted. This is what I was discussing with you in the introduction session, and this is the 8th edition of this exercise. Previously, it already was conducted between Sri Lankan Navy and Indian Navy last year in the shores of the Visakhapatnam. Now it is being conducted in the shores of the Sri Lanka at Trincomalee. Which Sri Lankan naval ships are participating? If we go through the Sri Lankan naval ships, they include the SLN Sayura and SLN Gajabahu. SLN Sayura is an offshore patrol vessel and SLN Gajabahu is a training ship. Both of these ships are being participating with the Indian naval ships, which include INS Kamorta and INS Kiltan. INS Kamorta is both of them are anti-submarine warfare corvettes. Okay. So INS Kamorta, INS Kiltan, then comes the SLN Sayura and SLN Gajabahu. These four ships are participating. Along with them, what all are also participating? They also include the Indian Naval Advanced Light Helicopter and Chetak helicopter on board the Indian naval ships, and Dornier maritime patrol aircraft, and all of these aircraft will also be participating. From the Indian side, Rear Admiral Sanjay Vatsayan, the flag officer commanding of the Eastern Fleet of Indian Navy, will be leading the troops of the Indian troops of this particular Slynex 20 exercise. From the Sri Lankan side, if we go through, that will be Rear Admiral Bandara Jayatilaka. He will be leading the flag officer commanding of the Eastern Fleet of Sri Lankan Navy on that Sri Lankan naval side of the Slynex 20 exercise. If we go through in detail regarding the Slynex 20, it aims to enhance interoperability, improve mutual understanding and exchange best practices and procedures for multifaceted maritime operations between both the navies. Slynex series of exercise exemplifies the deep engagement between India and Sri Lanka, which has strengthened the mutual cooperation in the maritime domain. Interaction between the Sri Lankan Navy and Indian Navy has also grown significantly in recent years in consonance with India's policy of neighborhood first and Honorable Prime Minister's vision of security and growth for all in the region, nicknamed as Sagar. Going through with the next important update regarding the defense issues is about the Malabar 2020 naval exercise. This is going to be conducted, and India and US Malabar naval exercise, it is going to be expected to be held in the Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea this year. Not only India and US, other countries which include India, US, Japan and Australia, all of these 4 countries which are known as the Quad nations, all of them will be participating in the Bay of Bengal in the Arabian Sea this year. And this exercise is seeking to increase cooperation in the maritime domain and in light of the increased defense cooperation between both the navies. If we go through in detail regarding the Malabar exercise, these were started in the year of 1992 as bilateral Indian Navy US Navy exercise. Japan joined this exercise in the year of 2015, and this annual exercise has been conducted off the coast of Guam in Philippine Sea in 2018, off the coast of the Japan in 2019, and is expected to be held in Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea later this year. As India seeks to increase cooperation with other countries in the maritime security domain and in the light of increased defense cooperation with Australia, Malabar 2020 will see the participation of the Australian Navy also. Okay, participants of this Malabar 2020 exercise are engaging to enhance safety and security in the maritime domain. Going through with the next important update for us is about the Indian Navy is going to get its 5th Scorpene class submarine from Mazagon Dock Limited in 6 months, in the next 6 months. We also must remember that Scorpene class submarines are not only in the country of India, they are also included in the country of Brazil, Philippines, Chile. All of these countries also possess the Scorpene class submarines, but we call in India these Scorpene class submarines as the Kalvari class submarines. Okay, so all of these are the Kalvari class submarines. These are the diesel electric submarines. Okay, diesel electric attack submarines. Okay, please remember all of these 6 submarines are the diesel electric attack submarines, and all of these are being built from the Mazagon Dock Ship Limited. And this particular project wherein which all of these 6 submarines are being built is known as the Project 75. Among these 6, 4 are already in service with the Indian Navy. The 5th one is known as the INS Vagir. INS Vagir is going to be commissioned in the next 6 months as far as this particular deal is concerned. The total cost of the 6 submarines deal is around 23,000 crore. If we go through the other 4 ships, if we have to go through, INS Kalvari was launched in 2017. INS Khanderi was also launched in 2017, followed by INS Karanj. It was launched in 2018, and INS Vela was launched in 2019. In this particular year 2020, in the next 6 months like that, or in the year of 2021, we might expect the next important ship, that is INS Vagir, and by 2022 we can expect INS Vagshir. Okay, what are all of these? The first one is what? It is INS Kalvari. Okay, first one is INS Kalvari, second one is INS Khanderi, third one is INS Karanj, fourth one is INS Vela, fifth one is INS Vagir, and the sixth one is INS Vakshir. All of these 6 are known as the Kalvari class submarines, also known as the Scorpene class submarines. Okay, due to the COVID-19 issues that were there, the shipbuilding of the INS Vagir, it was paused for 3 months. Okay, but now after the 3 months, it again started building its work, and Mazagon Dock Limited was again back to work, and that is the reason why we are getting this particular important update. Going through with the next important update regarding the defense issues is about the Japan and Vietnam both have agreed to boost their defense ties in the face of China's expanding influence. This is how both the countries in the Asian Sea, in the Pacific Sea are getting together to fight the China's aggressive policies. So the Japan's Prime Minister Yoshihide Suga and the Vietnamese Prime Minister Nguyen Xuan Phuc, both of them have set a basic agreement few days back, and both of them have agreed to export and agreed to share their equipment and technology between both the nations. Japan has also been pursuing such agreements in the recent years to bolster the ties with the Southeast Asia and its own defense industry, which we have to also understand how Japan is constantly making the forward moves in strengthening its friendship with countries like India and Sri Lanka also. Going through with the next important update is about that the Chinese forces are preparing for a possible military invasion of Taiwan. Why this update we are seeing? This is regarding the satellite images that are recently building up. We have to also remember that Taiwan is a completely autonomous country, even though the Xi Jinping is not at all allowed to rule in the Taiwan, but still he considers Taiwan to be a part of the integral part of China. And still we have to consider, according to the sources, Beijing is now replacing its old DF-11s and DF-15s and is deploying its most advanced hypersonic missile DF-17 in the region. Both of these are the missile status that were situated in the Taiwan. and it is now removing all of them, and it is again implementing there with the new advanced hypersonic missile DF-17s in the region. And all of these satellite images also show that the Marine Corps and Rocket Force bases in Fujian and Guangdong have also been expanded. Okay, so all of these will give a clear updates regarding how China is preparing itself to fight in talks with Hanoi on, we have to also understand. So even though Taiwan has never been controlled by China's ruling party, Chinese authorities insist that the self-governing island is an integral part of their territory, with Xi Jinping refusing to rule out a military force to capture it if necessary. According to the Canada-based Defense Reviews, satellite images show that both Marine Corps and Rocket Force bases have been increased, and the preparations of a war are targeting beyond Taiwan. The next important update is a basic and a general update that we want to give. This is regarding the competition that is launched by the Southern Command of Indian Army. Those interested candidates can participate in this particular important event. This is a competition on the areas of slogan writing, video making, photography and painting, and the theme that they gave is Indian Army, a symbol of unity in diversity. Okay, you can anybody who is interested regarding this particular one, you can participate in this particular open online competition, and it is open for various categories, and it is conducted by the Southern Command. If we go through the prize amounts, they are also already given here. Those interested people can pause this particular video and you can check and note down the details regarding here. And the entries are to be submitted online. You have to also, can be uploaded as a message in the Southern Command's Facebook page, or you can also upload it through their email ID through sconlinecomp@gmail.com, along with your mobile number of the contestant and a copy of the Aadhaar card or any other age proof. Those interested candidates can happily apply for this particular one. However, this is not a most important update. We are providing this so that those interested candidates can apply and they can get this as a good update. Now we will have a very quick review by going through some of the most important questions, and the first and foremost question is, which among the following is not correct regarding Scorpene class submarines of India? What are the statements? They are given as they are diesel electric attack submarines. Then comes INS Vela, INS Vakshir and INS Kalvari are some of them. The third statement says INS Vakshir is not yet commissioned, and the fourth statement says INS Kalvari was commissioned in 2013. The correct answer for this is option D. Statement D is absolutely wrong. INS Kalvari was commissioned in the year of 2017. Okay, going through with the next important question is, which among the following statements is correct? Okay, so among these four statements, three are wrong, only one is correct. Okay, so the first statement says all Quad countries are the participants of Malabar naval exercise. Option B says Australia does not participate in Malabar naval exercise. Option C says the first Malabar naval exercise was held in the year of 1991, and option D says India and Japan were the participants of the first Malabar exercise. The correct answer for this is option 1. All Quad countries are participants of the Malabar naval exercise. Australia will participate in the Malabar naval exercise. That is why option B is wrong. What is option C? The first Malabar naval exercise was held in the year of 1991. No, it was held in the year of 1992. Then comes India and Japan were the participants of the first Malabar exercise. No, India and USA were the participants of the first Malabar naval exercise. The next important question is, the 8th edition of this exercise is scheduled off Trincomalee in Sri Lanka from what date to what date? It is exercised from 19th to 21st of October 2020. Remember, it is from 19th to 21st of October 2020. Today is the second day, tomorrow will be the final day for this particular exercise. Now we will have the question of the day, and the question of the day for today is, which country possesses the largest navy in Latin America and the second largest in the Americas? I repeat the question, which country possesses the largest navy in Latin America and the second largest in the Americas? The correct answer for this and the explanation for it I will be giving you in the next session. Until then, always stay tuned to SSB Crack Exams. Subscribe to this channel, download our Android app from Google Play Store. Always stay safe, stay healthy, eat healthy food, be confident. Jai Hind.